God says, I am in tears. I've been trying to warn you for hours. This is your final chance. If you ignore this now, you will regret it deeply for the rest of your life. Listen to me right now, because this moment carries something you cannot afford to lose, and if you turn away, you may miss a blessing that was prepared only for you. I am speaking with urgency, because what is unfolding around you is not small, and it will shape your path in ways you do not yet understand. I have been calling you again and again, not to frighten you, but to protect you from something that is already moving closer. I do not speak like this without reason, and I need you to stay with me, because what you hear now can shift everything that follows in your life. Type Amen if you believe. You must understand what these words truly mean, because they are not empty or dramatic, they carry weight and truth. When I say I am in tears, it is because I see what you cannot yet see, and I feel the outcome that is waiting if you keep ignoring these warnings. I have been reaching out to you in quiet moments, through thoughts, through signs, through the unease you have been feeling deep inside. You brushed them off, thinking they were nothing, but they were my voice trying to guide you away from what is coming. Do not take this lightly, because there is something very real at stake for you. I am not trying to control you. I am trying to protect you from a mistake that will bring deep regret if it continues. You have been standing at a crossroads, even if you did not fully notice it, and your next step will decide whether you move into peace or into struggle. This is why I am speaking with urgency, because you still have time to turn, but that time is closing faster than you think. Right now, before you go any further, take a moment and show your support by liking this video, because this helps keep this message alive for others who need it just as much as you do. You have felt a pull inside you, something telling you to pause, to reconsider, to slow down, but you kept pushing forward anyway. That feeling was not random, it was my warning, trying to stop you before you stepped into something that would bring unnecessary pain. I have watched you carry burdens, make choices under pressure, and ignore your own inner voice. And that is why this moment matters so much. You are not beyond help, but you are at a point where ignoring this will make things harder than they need to be. There is something specific you have been overlooking, something you told yourself was not important, but it is directly connected to what is about to unfold. I see the full picture while you only see pieces, and that is why I am speaking with such urgency. If you keep walking the same path without stopping, you will reach a place where regret will hit you deeply, not because you were meant to fail, but because you ignored the warning that could have saved you. This is not about fear, it is about awareness, and I'm trying to open your eyes before it is too late. Type 1111 to affirm. You are not alone in this moment, even though it may feel like it. I have been beside you through every decision, every doubt, every silent moment when you felt lost. I know your struggles. I know the pressure you are under, and I know why you have been moving the way you have. But I also know where that path leads if you do not change direction now, and that is why I am speaking so directly to you. There is still a way forward that brings peace, clarity, and protection, but it requires you to listen and to act differently from what you have been doing. You cannot keep ignoring the signs and expect a different outcome, because your choices shape what comes next. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be aware and willing to change. This is your moment to pause, to reflect, and to choose wisely. What is coming is not meant to destroy you, but it will test you if you continue without understanding what is happening. I am trying to prepare you, to strengthen you, and to guide you so that you do not walk blindly into something avoidable. You have more power than you think, but you must use it with awareness and trust. This is not the end of your story, but it is a turning point that will define what comes next. I am calling you not out of anger, but out of deep care for your life and your future. My tears are not weakness. They are a reflection of how much I want you to be safe and protected from what you cannot yet see. You are chosen, you are watched over, and you are not forgotten, even in your moments of doubt. But being chosen does not mean you can ignore guidance. It means you must listen even more carefully. There is something ahead that you are not fully prepared for, and I cannot allow you to walk into it without trying again to guide you. I have been patient, I have waited, and I have given you chances, but now I must be clear with you so that you understand the seriousness of what is happening. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You keep thinking that everything will somehow work itself out, but deep inside you know that something is not right. That quiet discomfort you feel is not something to ignore, it is something to listen to carefully. I place that awareness inside you so that you would not move blindly, but instead pause and reconsider your path. Yet you kept moving forward, pushing away the feeling, telling yourself that it would pass, but it has not passed because it is trying to warn you. Type yes to affirm. There is a pattern in your life right now that needs to be broken, and you already know what it is. It is the choice you keep repeating, the habit you keep returning to, the situation you refuse to step away from, even though it has shown you signs again and again. I have watched you struggle with it, and I have seen how it drains your energy and clouds your judgment. You deserve clarity. But clarity comes when you are willing to face what you have been avoiding. This is where your power begins, not in pretending everything is fine, but in acknowledging the truth. You are not weak for feeling uncertain, but you become vulnerable when you ignore the guidance that is meant to protect you. I am not asking you to make a sudden, impossible change, but I am asking you to take the first step in a different direction. That step may feel small, but it will begin to shift everything around you in ways you cannot yet imagine. You have been surrounded by distractions that keep pulling your focus away from what truly matters. They are not accidents, and they are not harmless, because they keep you from seeing clearly. I need you to recognize that not everything in your life right now is meant to stay. Some things are meant to teach you and then be released, but you have been holding on longer than necessary. Letting go is not loss, it is protection, and it is often the beginning of something better. Type 777 to receive blessings. I know it is not easy to change direction, especially when you have invested time, energy, and emotion into where you are now. But holding on to something that is not right for you will cost you more than walking away ever will. I am trying to show you that your future is not tied to your past decisions, and you are not trapped where you are. You have the ability to choose again, and that choice will open a different path that leads away from regret. There is also something you have been delaying, something you know you need to do but keep putting off. Every time you delay it, you feel a weight inside you grow heavier, and that weight is not meant to stay. It is a signal that action is needed, not tomorrow, not later, but soon. The longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes, and the more you risk missing the moment where change is easiest. You are not being asked to do everything at once, but you are being asked to stop ignoring what needs your attention. Even a single step in the right direction will begin to lift the pressure you have been feeling. I will meet you in that effort. I will strengthen you, and I will guide you further, but you must be willing to move. Waiting for everything to feel perfect before you act will only keep you stuck where you are. There are people around you whose influence is affecting your decisions more than you realize. Some of them mean well, but others are not aligned with what is best for you. You must learn to listen to your inner sense of truth, rather than relying only on what others say. I have given you that inner guidance for a reason, and it will not mislead you if you choose to trust it. This is not about isolating yourself, but about being wise with who you allow to shape your thinking. You are responsible for your path, and you cannot place that responsibility on anyone else. When you begin to take ownership of your choices, you will feel a strength rise within you that you have not fully experienced yet. That strength comes from alignment with truth, not from following the crowd. I am still here with you, even after all the times you have overlooked my warnings. That should show you how much I care about your direction and your future. But understand this clearly. My guidance is always available, but your willingness to listen determines how much it can help you. I will not force you, because your choices are your own, but I will continue to reach out as long as there is still time. You are closer than you think to a shift that will bring clarity and peace, but that shift depends on what you do next. If you keep moving without awareness, you will walk into unnecessary struggle. But if you pause, listen, and adjust your path, you will begin to see things fall into place in a way that feels natural and right. This is the difference between regret and relief, and it is within your reach right now. Do not underestimate this moment, because it is more important than it appears. What you decide after hearing this will influence what unfolds in your life in the coming days. I am not speaking to create fear, but to create awareness so that you can move with wisdom. You are capable, you are guided, and you are not alone, but you must choose to act with understanding. There are moments in your life that define everything that follows, and you are standing in one of those moments right now. You may not see it fully yet, but what you choose after this will echo into your future in ways you cannot ignore. I have seen the path ahead, and I know the difference between the outcome if you listen and the outcome if you do not. That is why my voice is steady and persistent, because I am trying to lead you toward the path that brings peace instead of pain. Type 222 if you trust God. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down anytime. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it's gone forever. You have been carrying a weight that does not belong to you anymore, and it is time to release it. It may be tied to a decision, a person, or a situation that once felt right, but no longer aligns with where you are meant to go. Holding on to it has created confusion and hesitation in your heart, and that confusion has been blocking your clarity. I am asking you to look at it honestly and ask yourself if it truly brings you peace or if it quietly drains you. You do not need to be afraid of letting go, because what is meant for you will not be lost by your obedience to truth. What leaves your life when you make the right decision is making space for something better, even if it does not feel that way in the moment. Trust that I see beyond what you can see, and I am guiding you towards something that aligns with your purpose. The discomfort you feel is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that change is necessary. There is also something you have been avoiding because it feels difficult to face. You have told yourself that it can wait, that you will deal with it later, but later has been coming again and again without action. Each time you delay, the weight grows heavier, and the clarity you need becomes harder to find. I am telling you now that facing it will bring relief, not destruction, even though your mind tries to convince you otherwise. Type 1010 to claim miracles. You are stronger than you have allowed yourself to believe, and that strength will rise the moment you decide to act. It is not about having every answer before you move. It is about trusting that the next step will reveal what you need next. I will not leave you alone in that process. I will guide you, support you, and give you clarity as you continue. But you must take that first step, because waiting without action will keep you in the same place. There is a shift waiting for you, but it cannot reach you if you stay where you are. That shift is not just about external changes. It is about your mindset, your decisions, and your willingness to trust the direction you are being shown. You have been asking for clarity, for peace, for a breakthrough, and those things are connected to the choices you are being called to make now. You cannot receive what you are asking for while holding on to what is blocking it. I see the doubts that rise in your mind, the questions that try to pull you back into hesitation. You wonder if you are making the right choice, if you are ready, if things will work out. Those thoughts are natural, but they are not meant to control you. You must learn to move forward even when you do not have complete certainty, because certainty often comes after obedience, not before it. You have also been looking for signs, something clear and undeniable that tells you exactly what to do. This moment is that sign. This feeling inside you is that confirmation, and my words are that direction. Do not keep waiting for something louder while ignoring what is already being shown to you. The clarity you are asking for is already present, but it requires you to trust it. There is protection around you, even in this moment, and you are not walking into this alone. I am guiding your steps, even when you feel uncertain, and I am placing strength within you that will carry you through what comes next. You are not being set up to fail. You are being guided to rise, but rising requires movement. You cannot stay in the same place and expect a different outcome. You are being called to step out of what is familiar and into what is right, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Familiar does not always mean safe, and comfort does not always mean correct. I am leading you into something that aligns with your purpose, not just your comfort. That is why this moment feels intense, because it is asking you to choose growth over familiarity. Do not ignore what you are feeling right now, because it is connected to your next step. This is not just another moment that will pass without meaning. It is a turning point that is asking for your attention. You have been given time, you have been given signs, and now you are being given clarity. What you do with it will determine what comes next. Stay present, stay aware, and do not rush away from this understanding. Let it settle in your heart and guide your actions moving forward. I am here, not to force you, but to lead you, and I am asking you to trust that this guidance is for your good. You are not being left behind, you are being called forward, and this is your moment to respond. I am not trying to rush you without reason. I am trying to help you see that delay has a cost that you cannot ignore. You have already seen how hesitation has kept you in cycles that bring the same results. And now, I am asking you to break that cycle before it becomes something deeper. There is something inside you that already knows what needs to be done, even if you have been trying to silence it. That voice has been steady, patient, and clear, but you kept pushing it aside because facing it felt uncomfortable. I am speaking to strengthen that voice so you can no longer ignore it. It is not there to confuse you, it is there to guide you. And if you follow it, you will begin to feel a sense of direction that has been missing. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives, luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You have been waiting for a moment where everything feels certain, where there is no doubt, no fear, and no hesitation. But that moment does not come before action. It comes after you decide to move despite uncertainty. If you keep waiting for perfect clarity, you will remain in the same place, watching opportunities pass you by. I am calling you to trust the guidance you are receiving now, even if it feels small or incomplete. There is also a part of you that fears what might happen if you change direction. You think about the reactions of others, the risks involved, and the possibility of making a mistake. But understand this, staying where you are is also a choice, and it carries its own consequences. I am trying to show you that the greater risk is not in moving forward, but in staying still when change is needed. Type 333 to receive peace. You are not being asked to abandon everything at once, but you are being asked to take a step that leads you away from what is not right for you. That step may involve a conversation, a decision, or a shift in your mindset that you have been avoiding. It may feel small, but it will begin to open doors that have been closed because of your hesitation. Movement creates clarity, and clarity creates confidence, but it all begins with your willingness to act. There is something about your current situation that has been draining your energy, even if you have not fully admitted it. You have felt tired, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally, and that exhaustion is a sign that something is not aligned. I am not calling you to live in constant struggle. I am calling you to move toward peace, but peace requires you to release what is pulling you away from it. You have also been questioning your worth, wondering if you are capable of making the right choice or if you are strong enough to handle what comes next. I need you to understand that you are not lacking anything you need for this moment. Everything required for your next step has already been placed within you. You are not stepping into the unknown without preparation. You are stepping into something you have been prepared for, even if you do not fully realize it yet. There is protection around you, even in your uncertainty, and you are not alone as you move forward. I am guiding your thoughts, strengthening your resolve, and opening your understanding as you begin to act. You may not see the full path, but you will see the next step, and that is enough for now. Trust that as you move, more will be revealed, and what once felt unclear will begin to make sense. You must also be careful not to fall back into old patterns once you begin to move forward. Change is not just about one decision. It is about a new direction that you commit to consistently. There will be moments where you feel tempted to return to what is familiar, even if it was not right for you. In those moments, remember why you chose to move forward and hold on to that understanding. I am not calling you into something that will harm you. I am calling you into something that will strengthen you. The difficulty you may face is not meant to break you, but to build your resilience and your faith in yourself and in me. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe, and this moment is your opportunity to begin proving that to yourself. There is a future waiting for you that is different from what you have been experiencing, but it requires a different approach from you. You cannot expect new results while holding on to old habits and old ways of thinking. This is your moment to step into something new, not just externally but internally as well. Your mindset, your choices, and your actions must align with where you want to go. Do not let fear convince you to stay where you are, because fear often disguises itself as safety. True safety comes from alignment with what is right, not from avoiding change. I am guiding you toward that alignment, and I am asking you to trust that this direction is for your good. You are not being led into loss, you are being led into growth. Stay focused on what you are feeling right now, because it is connected to your next step. Do not let distractions pull you away from this awareness, because this awareness is your guide. You have everything you need to move forward, and you are not being asked to do it alone. I am here, I am guiding you, and I am asking you to respond with courage. I have been trying to reach this place in your heart where truth is no longer pushed away but allowed to settle. This is where change begins, not outside of you, but within you, where your choices are formed. There is a reason you could not walk away completely, even when you felt the urge to ignore everything. Something held you here. Something kept you reading. And that something is not random. It is the part of you that knows you cannot continue the same way without consequences. I am speaking to that part of you now, the part that is ready to listen, ready to change, and ready to step into something different. Type 555 if you are ready for change. You have spent time trying to convince yourself that you can manage everything on your own, that you can figure it out without slowing down. But deep inside, you have felt overwhelmed, unsure, and at times even lost. That is not a failure. It is a sign that you are not meant to carry everything alone. I am here to guide you, but guidance only works when you allow yourself to receive it. Why is this 7-second CIA ritual spreading everywhere so fast? New CIA leaks have revealed a powerful brain ritual that triggers instant wealth flow. This 7-second technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly changing lives. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your shortcut to abundance. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is something you have been tolerating that you should have walked away from already. You told yourself it was not that serious, that you could handle it, that it would eventually improve. But instead of improving, it has slowly taken more from you than it has given. I need you to see this clearly, not through hope or denial, but through truth. Type 888 to receive clarity. You are not meant to stay in places that weaken your spirit or cloud your judgment. I created you with purpose, with strength, and with the ability to discern what is right for you. But when you ignore that inner knowing, you place yourself in situations that do not align with who you are meant to be. This is why you have been feeling uneasy, because your spirit recognizes what your mind has been trying to dismiss. You may feel like leaving or changing direction will cause disruption, and in some ways it will. But not all disruption is negative. Sometimes it is necessary to break patterns that no longer serve you. What feels like a loss in the moment can become protection in the future. Trust that I am not leading you away from something good. I am leading you away from something that would eventually harm you. You have also been holding on to fear, fear of what comes next, fear of making the wrong move, fear of stepping into the unknown. That fear has been louder than your faith at times, and it has kept you stuck in a place where nothing changes. I need you to understand that fear does not define your reality unless you allow it to control your decisions. You can feel fear and still choose to move forward. There is strength inside you that has not been fully used yet because you have been waiting for the perfect moment to act. But the perfect moment is not about external conditions. It is about your willingness to trust and step forward. This is that moment for you, not because everything is easy, but because everything is aligned for you to begin. The door is open, but you must choose to walk through it. You are not being abandoned in this process. You are being supported in ways you may not always notice. Every time you pause to reflect, every time you consider making a better choice, every time you resist what you know is not right, you are moving closer to the path that was meant for you. These are not small steps. They are powerful shifts that shape your future. There is also something important about the way you see yourself that needs to change. You have been doubting your ability, questioning your worth, and underestimating your strength. That mindset has held you back more than any external situation. I'm asking you to begin seeing yourself differently, not as someone who is stuck, but as someone who is capable of change and growth. You have already overcome things you once thought you could not handle. You have faced challenges, made it through difficult moments, and continued moving forward even when it was hard. That strength is still within you, and it is more than enough for what you are facing now. Do not let your past doubts define your present decisions. There is a path ahead that leads to peace, clarity, and a sense of purpose that you have been searching for. But that path requires you to let go of what is holding you back and to step into something new. You cannot carry everything from your past into your future. Some things must be released so that you can move forward freely. This is not loss. It is preparation for something better. You may not see the full picture yet, and that is okay. You are not meant to know every detail before you begin. What you need to know is already within you. And as you take each step, more will be revealed. Trust the process, trust the guidance, and trust that you are being led in the right direction. I am not speaking to you by chance, and you are not here by accident. This moment was meant to reach you, to shift your thinking, and to guide your next move. You still have the opportunity to change your direction, to choose wisely, and to step into something better. But that opportunity will not remain open forever. I am not speaking into emptiness. I am speaking into a heart that is beginning to respond. This is where real change begins. Not when everything feels easy, but when you finally allow truth to reach you without resistance. There is something important you must see clearly now, something you can no longer pretend not to understand. You have been given enough signs, enough feelings, and enough moments of clarity to recognize what is not right in your life. You tried to adjust around it, to make it work, to convince yourself it would improve, but the truth has remained the same. It is not aligned with your path, and the longer you stay, the more it will take from you. Type 666 if you are ready to release what is not meant for you. I know that letting go is not easy, especially when you have invested your time, your emotions, and your energy. It feels like walking away means losing something valuable, but what you are holding on to is already costing you more than you realize. Every moment you stay where you are not meant to be, you are delaying what is truly meant for you. You are not losing your future by letting go, you are making space for it. Could the CIA really be hiding a 7-second ritual that turns money struggles into fortune? A covert CIA finding exposes a strange 7-second ritual that activates money-attracting brainwaves on autopilot. Supported by science and 4 elite labs, this home ritual is turning struggling people into dream lifestyle owners. But this page may disappear soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted from the internet forever. There is also a truth you have been avoiding about your own behavior, something you know needs to change. This is not about blame, it is about awareness, because growth only happens when you are honest with yourself. You have habits, patterns, or reactions that have kept you in cycles that no longer serve you. I am not pointing this out to shame you. I am showing it to you so you can finally break free from it. Type 999 to receive strength. You have been repeating certain choices without realizing how much they shape your reality. Each time you choose the familiar instead of the right path, you reinforce the same outcome. That is why things have felt stuck, not because you are incapable, but because the pattern has not been interrupted. The moment you choose differently, even in a small way, the pattern begins to lose its hold over you. You must also understand that not everything that feels comfortable is good for you. Comfort can sometimes hide what is slowly draining you, keeping you in a place where nothing truly improves. I am calling you to look beyond comfort and to seek what is right, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Growth often begins in discomfort, but it leads to a deeper sense of peace that comfort alone cannot provide. There is something within you that has been waiting for this moment, a part of you that is ready to rise above what has been holding you back. You have felt it in quiet moments, that sense that you are meant for something more than what you are currently experiencing. That feeling is not an illusion, it is a glimpse of what is possible when you align your actions with truth. But that alignment requires courage, and courage requires a decision. You have also been looking for confirmation outside of yourself, hoping that someone or something will clearly tell you what to do. But I have already placed that guidance within you, and it has been speaking to you all along. The more you trust that inner voice, the stronger it becomes, and the clearer your direction will be. Ignoring it only creates confusion, while listening to it brings clarity. There is no need for you to rush in fear, but there is a need for you to act with intention. This moment is not about panic, it is about awareness and response. You are being given the chance to choose differently, to step into a path that leads away from regret. But that choice must be made while the opportunity is still present. You may feel like you have already waited too long, that you have missed your chance or made too many mistakes. But understand this clearly, you are still here, and that means there is still time. Your past does not define your future unless you allow it to control your present decisions. Right now, you have the ability to choose again, and that choice carries more power than you realize. There is protection around you even now, even as you are in the middle of this decision. I am not leaving you to figure everything out alone. I am guiding you step by step. But guidance does not remove your responsibility, it supports your movement. You must take the step, and I will meet you in it with strength and clarity. You are not meant to stay in confusion, you are meant to move into understanding. You are not meant to stay in cycles, you are meant to break them. You are not meant to live in fear of what might happen, you are meant to move with confidence in what is right. This is the shift that is waiting for you, and it begins with your decision to listen and act. You cannot go back to not knowing, because now you feel it clearly, and that feeling will continue to grow until you respond. This is how change begins, not by force, but by awakening. There is something shifting inside you right now, even if you cannot fully explain it. It is a quiet clarity, that is beginning to replace the confusion you have been living with. You are starting to see your situation with new eyes, not clouded by denial or fear, but grounded in truth. This is important because once you see clearly, your choices begin to change, and those choices shape everything that follows. Type 444 if you are ready to move forward. You have spent time hoping that things would fix themselves without you having to act, but that is not how transformation works. Change requires participation. It requires your willingness to move, even when it feels uncomfortable. You are not being asked to do everything perfectly, but you are being asked to stop ignoring what needs your attention. That is the first and most important step. There is something you need to step away from, and you already know what it is. You have felt the pull to distance yourself, to create space, to shift your focus, but you kept hesitating. That hesitation has kept you connected to something that no longer supports your growth. Letting go will not weaken you, it will free you, and that freedom is necessary for what is ahead. Type 111 to claim new beginnings. You must also understand that holding on to what feels familiar is not the same as holding on to what is right. Familiarity can create an illusion of safety, but if it is not aligned with your purpose, it will slowly drain you. I am asking you to choose alignment over comfort, truth over habit, and growth over fear. These choices may feel difficult at first, but they lead to a deeper sense of peace that you have been searching for. Could a hidden CIA discovery explain why so many are suddenly living in luxury? Secret CIA research has now come to light, revealing a brain-hacking ritual that draws in wealth like magic. It only takes 7 seconds, you can do it at home, and it's supported by 4 neuroscience labs. People are ditching debt and living in luxury right now, but this information won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. There is a part of you that is afraid of what others will think if you change direction. You worry about how your decisions will be perceived, and that has held you back from acting with confidence. But your path is not meant to be shaped by the expectations of others. It is meant to be guided by truth. You cannot live fully if you are constantly adjusting your choices to please those around you. You are being called to stand in your own understanding, to trust what you feel, and to act on it without seeking constant approval. This is not selfish, it is necessary for your growth. When you begin to trust yourself, you will notice that your decisions become clearer and your confidence begins to rise. That confidence is not arrogance, it is alignment with what is right. There is also something important about timing that you need to understand. This moment is not random, it is aligned with where you are in your life right now. You have reached a point where continuing the same way is no longer sustainable, and change is no longer optional. The longer you delay, the more difficult it becomes. Not because you are incapable, but because the opportunity begins to close. You are not being rushed without reason, you are being urged because the window for change is open now. Acting within this moment allows you to move with clarity and support, while waiting may bring confusion and resistance. This is why I have been persistent, because I know what is at stake for you. I am not trying to pressure you, I am trying to protect you from unnecessary struggle. You have also been underestimating your ability to handle what comes next. You think you need more strength, more certainty, or more preparation before you act. But the truth is, you already have what you need for the next step. Strength grows through action, not through waiting, and clarity comes as you move, not before. There is a path ahead that will feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned with who you are meant to be. But that path is not found by staying where you are. It is found by stepping forward. Each step you take in the right direction will bring a sense of relief that you have not felt in a long time. That relief is not temporary. It is the result of alignment with truth. You must also be mindful of the thoughts that try to pull you back into hesitation. Doubt will try to convince you that it is safer to stay where you are, even if you know it is not right. Fear will try to remind you of what could go wrong, instead of what could go right. But you must learn to recognize these thoughts and not let them control your decisions. You are not meant to live in constant uncertainty. You are meant to move into understanding. That understanding is available to you now, but it requires you to act on what you are being shown. Ignoring it will only bring you back to the same place you have been trying to leave. Responding to it will open a new direction that leads to growth and peace. I am still here with you, guiding you, not forcing you, but encouraging you to step into what is right. You are not alone in this process, even if it feels that way at times. I am strengthening you, supporting you, and leading you towards something better. But you must choose to move, because staying still will only keep you where you are. That part of you is not weak. It is awakening, and it is beginning to recognize what must change. I am speaking to that part of you now, because it is the doorway to your next step. You cannot return to the same level of understanding you had before, because now you feel the weight of your choices more clearly. There is a tension inside you, a pull between what feels familiar and what you know is right. That tension is not there to confuse you, it is there to reveal the truth you have been avoiding. You are standing between two directions, and you cannot stay in the middle forever. Eventually, you will move, and the direction you choose will shape what follows. Type 1313 to stand in truth. You have been holding on to something that once made sense to you, but now it no longer fits who you are becoming. You can feel it in the way your energy shifts, in the way your thoughts become heavy when you think about it. You tried to adjust yourself to make it work, but the more you adjusted, the more disconnected you became from your true path. I am showing you this so you can understand that the discomfort you feel is not a mistake, it is a signal. You are not meant to shrink yourself to fit into something that is no longer aligned with your purpose. You are meant to grow, to expand, and to step into something that matches who you are becoming. But growth requires release, and release requires trust. You must trust that what you are letting go of is not your future, but something that would have held you back from it. Type 1414 to embrace change. There is also a fear in you that whispers that you might be making the wrong decision if you step away. It tells you to wait, to delay, to gather more certainty before you act. But that voice is not guiding you. It is holding you in place. The truth is already clear, and the longer you pretend it is not, the heavier it becomes inside you. You have been asking for clarity, for direction, for a sign that confirms what you feel. This is that confirmation, not in the form of something external, but in the form of what is rising within you. You cannot keep asking for answers while ignoring the ones you already have. At some point you must trust what you know and move forward with it. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal, and it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach. But this video could disappear any time from the internet. So, click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. There is something important about your next step that you need to understand. It is not about making a perfect move, it is about making an honest one. When you act in alignment with truth, even if it feels uncertain, you begin to move into a place where things start to align naturally. But when you act out of fear or avoidance, you create more confusion and delay. You are not alone in this process, even if it feels that way at times. I am present in your awareness, in your thoughts, and in the quiet moments when you reflect on what is right. I am guiding you gently but firmly, not to control you, but to protect you from what lies ahead if you do not change direction. My presence has been constant, even when your attention has not been. You must also be careful not to return to old habits once you begin to move forward. The past has a way of calling you back, trying to pull you into what is familiar. But you are not the same person you were before, and what once felt acceptable will no longer feel right. This is how you know you are growing, when you can no longer settle for what you once tolerated. There is a future waiting for you that is not filled with the same confusion and heaviness you have been experiencing. But that future is not automatic. It is connected to the choices you make now. You are being given the opportunity to step into something better, but you must be willing to leave something behind. Holding on to both will only keep you stuck. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have endured situations that challenged you, and you have continued moving forward even when it was difficult. That strength is still within you, and it is ready to be used in a new way. This time, not just to endure, but to transform. There is a shift happening, even now, as you listen and reflect. You are beginning to see things differently, to feel things more clearly, and to understand what you must do. This is not a small moment. It is a turning point that is asking for your response. You cannot ignore it without consequence, because once truth is seen, it cannot be unseen. I am not asking you to act out of fear. I am asking you to act out of understanding. Fear will push you into rushed decisions, but understanding will guide you into the right ones. Take a moment to breathe, to feel what is true, and then move with intention. This is how you step into alignment, not by force, but by awareness. You are not being left behind, you are being called forward. Everything you have been feeling, everything you have been hearing, is leading you to this moment. And now that you are here, you have a choice to make. You can continue as you have, or you can choose to move into something new. There is a deep knowing inside you that has become stronger with each word you have received. You can feel it clearly now, even if part of you still resists it. That knowing is not confusion, it is clarity rising through the noise you have been living in. You cannot silence it anymore, because it is now louder than the doubts that once controlled your thoughts. Type 1515 to step into alignment. You have been trying to balance between two paths, hoping you could hold on to what is familiar while also moving toward what is right. But this is not a place where you can remain, because eventually one direction will take control. You cannot fully step into your future while holding tightly to something that belongs in your past. This is why the tension inside you has been growing, because your spirit is trying to move forward while your actions keep you in place. There is something you need to release completely, not partially, not temporarily, but fully. You already know what it is, because it is the thing that keeps coming back to your thoughts when you are quiet. It is the thing that creates heaviness in your heart instead of peace. I am asking you to trust that letting go of it will not leave you empty, but will create space for something that truly belongs in your life. Type 1616 to choose your future. You may feel like you need more time to prepare yourself, to gather strength, or to feel ready before you make this decision. But readiness does not come from waiting, it comes from acting. The strength you are looking for will rise as you take the step, not before it. If you keep waiting for a feeling of certainty, you will remain in the same place, watching the opportunity pass you by. You are not being asked to do something impossible. You are being asked to do something necessary. There is a difference between what is easy and what is right. And right now, what is right requires courage. That courage is already within you, even if it feels small. All it needs is your decision to move, and it will begin to grow stronger with each step you take. There is also a part of you that fears the unknown, that wonders what will happen if you let go and move forward. That fear is natural, but it is not meant to stop you. The unknown is not always something to avoid. It is often where growth and new beginnings are found. You cannot discover what is waiting for you if you remain where you are. You have been asking for change, for peace, for something better than what you have been experiencing. But change requires action. Peace requires alignment, and something better requires you to leave behind what is not good for you. These things are connected, and they are all pointing you toward the same decision. Ignoring that decision will only keep you in the same cycle you have been trying to escape. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a shift happening within you, even if it feels slow. You are beginning to think differently, to see differently, and to understand differently. This is not a small change, it is the beginning of transformation. But transformation does not happen by thinking alone, it happens through action that reflects what you now understand. You must also be aware of the distractions that will try to pull you away from this moment of clarity. They may come in the form of doubts, excuses, or even temporary comforts that make it easier to stay where you are. But these distractions are not aligned with your growth, they are aligned with keeping you stuck. You must recognize them for what they are and choose not to follow them. I am still here with you, guiding you through this moment, not forcing you, but encouraging you to move in the direction that leads to your growth. You are not alone in this, even when it feels uncertain. I am strengthening your awareness, supporting your decision, and preparing you for what comes next. But you must take the step, because I will not take it for you. You are closer than you think to a breakthrough, but that breakthrough is on the other side of your decision. It is not something that will come to you while you remain in hesitation. It is something that will meet you as you move forward with intention. This is why this moment matters so much, because it is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. Do not let this awareness fade as you move forward from here. Hold on to it, reflect on it, and let it guide your next action. You are not being asked to rush, but you are being asked to respond. There is a difference between waiting with awareness and delaying out of fear, and you must choose the first. This is your moment to align your actions with what you now understand. You have been given clarity, you have been given direction, and you have been given time. Now it is up to you to decide how you will use it. I am here, I am guiding you, and I am asking you to trust what has been placed within your heart. There is something you have been postponing that is directly connected to what is coming next in your life. You keep telling yourself that you will deal with it later, that you need more time, but the truth is that delay is no longer serving you. What you are avoiding is not going away. It is waiting for you to face it. And the longer you wait, the heavier it becomes inside you. I am asking you to see that avoidance has been one of the biggest obstacles in your path. Not because you are incapable, but because you have been choosing comfort over truth in certain areas of your life. You must understand that comfort can feel safe in the moment, but it can quietly lead you into places you do not want to be. Truth, even when it feels difficult, always leads you into clarity and peace. Type 1818 to accept truth. You have been given many chances to notice this pattern, and each time you felt something was not right, you pushed forward anyway.